Hello yogis, my name is April and welcome to the Yoga Ranger Studio and welcome to our practice today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is a sunrise morning practice, but it can be used any time of day, of course. This is an all full body practice to sort of get you into your day mindfully, slowly, carefully, unwinding tension throughout your entire body, a little bit of strengthening, a little bit of stretching, a little bit of breath. And at the very end, a little mini body scan meditation to round out your practice. You don't need any props for this practice except yourself and your mat and some time. So go ahead and we're going to start standing. So taking your feet about hip distance apart, grounding down through your feet, taking your hands alongside your body, palms facing a little bit forward, gently lifting the belly, tucking it in, letting the shoulders roll back. Softening your gaze and starting to settle into your breath. Maybe letting your knees be soft as we start the day. And starting to even your breath out. So maybe you know you've got a rush day ahead, or you've had a rushed morning and you're just getting some time to slow down. So start to even your breath out, making it the same length, the same tenor, the same weight and consistency. And this will help bring you to the very present moment of your practice. Feel the ground beneath your feet, lifting your toes and then pressing those toes into the floor. And we're going to start with quarter sun salutations. So inhaling, sweeping your hands up, overhead. Exhale, palms together, down to heart center. Inhaling, sweeping up. Looking up, exhaling down. Inhaling, sweeping up. Exhale down through center. Inhale up. Exhale down, and one more. Inhaling, pulling the air and energy up into your palms. Exhaling that energy down into the heart center. We'll be adding on to this. So inhaling, sweeping up, palms together. Exhale, softening your knees and bowing forward. Inhaling, lifting halfway up, hands to shins or thighs. Exhaling, softening and folding. Inhaling, sweeping all the way back up to the top. And exhaling, hands to heart. 4 more just like that. Inhaling, sweeping up, maybe adding a little back bend here. Exhaling, folding and softening. Inhaling, lifting halfway. Exhale, folding forward. Inhaling, sweeping all the way up to the top. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep up, adding that back bend, a little bit more depth here. Exhaling, folding. Inhaling, lifting halfway, flat back, back long. Exhale, fold, soften through the knees. Inhaling, sweeping all the way up, maybe a little back bend at the top here again. Exhale, hands to heart. 1 more of those. Inhaling, sweep up. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, lifting halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up, back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhaling, sweeping hands up and over. You're going to reach that right hand down, left hand up as far as you can. So reaching away from one another, right fingertips down, left up. You can look over your right shoulder or up towards your left hand. Reach taller and longer as far as you can go. And then inhaling, bringing the right hand up and switching sides. Reach those fingers up a little bit higher. Bring both palms together. Exhale, hands around behind you. Interlace the fingers. Roll the shoulders back, lift the heart, and then exhale, fold forward. Take those hands away from your lower back as much as you can. Soften your knees. Maybe you shake your head out yes and no, loosening the neck up. Sometimes I sleep really badly and my neck gets very stuck. Pull those hands a little further away. And then release your hands down. Lift up halfway. Exhale, palms down, step back into plank. Top of a push-up. So pressing into your palms, activating your inner elbows so they rotate toward the front. Pressing back into the heels, lifting the core. Building a little bit of heat. Two more breaths here. And gently lowering the knees, coming all the way down onto the floor. Palms underneath the shoulders, 3 little cobras here. Inhaling up through the center. Exhaling down. Inhale, maybe looking over your right shoulder. Exhale down. Inhale over your left shoulder. And down one more time through the center. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, come all the way back into child's pose. Take a couple of breaths here in child's pose. Maybe coming up on your fingertips, rocking your hips side to side. And then gently coming on to all fours. Taking the hips right above the knees, shifting the hips back just a little bit and walking your hands forward. Little puppy dog pose here. 3 deep breaths. Gently starting to come all the way back up. Here you're going to take your right foot back behind you, rock back and forth a little bit on that heel to stretch your hamstrings and your calves and your feet. And then sweeping your right leg out to the right, coming into lizard pose. So maybe here you want to build a little more heat. You can lift that back knee up. If not, you can keep that back knee down. Hands to the inside of your foot. You can rotate that knee out to the side where you get a little bit of inner thigh stretch, or keep it flat on the floor. One more deep breath. Maybe opening that knee a little bit more. And if you have that back knee down, lifting that back knee up, taking that right leg back behind you, downward facing dog. Walking your dog out, maybe rotating the hip side to side. Shifting a little back and forth. A little side stretch and hip stretch. And coming back down to all fours. Here again, taking that left leg out. Pressing through the foot, stretching the foot, the ankle, the calves. And then sweeping that left foot off to the left, outside the left hand. Here again, making that choice. Do you want to build a little heat? You can lift that back knee off, or you can bring the back knee down and keep it there. Rotate that left knee out to the left and come down as far as you want. One more deep inhale and exhale, opening that knee a little bit more. Here again, lifting that back knee off the floor if it's not already up. And stepping back to downward facing dog, walking your dog out. Pressing through the feet. And then coming down onto your knees. and swiveling around so your feet are out in front of you. So we're going to take that left leg out straight, right knee into the inner thigh. Start to take that right hand around behind you and twist to the right, really, really far. Maybe come in a little bit deeper as you find a little more space to go there. And then unwind. We're going to inhale up and exhale, fold over this left leg. So you can reach for the foot or the outer ankle or leg, or just fold wherever you can here. Trying to press that right knee down toward the floor. Check in with your breath here. Coming back to that same length. Breath, really consistent and even. Inhaling, coming up. And we're going to switch legs. Right leg out in front of you. Left foot to the inner thigh. Twisting to the left this time. Pressing through that right foot as if you're standing on it. So active toes. Coming back through center. Inhaling, arms up, and exhaling, folding over this right leg this time. So reaching for whatever you can. This side is different. Thinking to press that left knee a little bit more into the floor if it's not already there. Slowly coming back up, taking the feet out in front of you, knees bent, feet flat. We're going to come into boat pose. So taking the arms out in front of you, rotate the shoulders back. So you're pulling those shoulders into the socket, lifting your chin just a little bit and start to rock back a little bit and lift those feet off the floor. If this is too much, you can take the hands behind the knees. You could have your legs straighter or more bent. Here we're going to add a little bit to it. So inhaling, reaching up overhead, harder to keep your balance here. Exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. 2 more, up and down, and up and down. And then bring your knees into your chest, reach for your toes, and then stretch those legs out. 2 more, inhale, knees into chest and out. And last time, out, and then slowly lower everything down to the ground. You feel a little bit of heat building up in there. Left leg out straight, bring your right knee into your chest. Give it a little squeeze, circle your ankle, point and flex the toes. Wake up those feet a little bit. Pull the knee in a little bit closer. Your hands can be behind that hamstring or in front of it. And then take your hand behind your leg, behind your knee, and take that right foot up to the sky. Press through the heel, flex the toes. And then bend your knee again. We're going to take a little cross-body twist here. So take your left hand to the outside of that right knee and bring it over to the left. Right arm goes out to the right. Use a little arm leverage to take that twist a little bit deeper. And gently come back to center. We're going to switch our legs here. So bring the left knee into the chest. Here again, circling the ankle, pointing and flexing the toes. Wake up the left as well as the right. And then hug your knee into your chest. Give it a nice big stretch for your lower back, your hips. A little compression on the hip flexors. And take your hands behind your knee. Stretch that left foot up toward the sky. Press through the heel. Bring those toes toward your nose. Little hamstring stretch. Also good for the calves as well. And then go ahead and bend your knee back into your chest, cross body here. Take that right hand to the outside of the left knee and bring that left knee over to the right. Little twist. And gently coming back through center. Bring both knees into your chest. Give them a little squeeze and maybe circling the hips left and circling them right. Little lower back massage. And go ahead and either take your legs out to the corners of the mat, or you can keep your knees bent, dropping them together. Arms out to the side, palms up, tuck your shoulder blades underneath, lift your head and then drop it back down, stretching the cervical spine. Just let your toes fall open. I find it's particularly wonderful to bring awareness to your entire body and your breath as you are in your practice, particularly in the morning. This allows you to check in and see how you are feeling today. So just taking a moment here to become aware of your toes and your feet. Maybe the feel of the air, the feel of the ground beneath your heels, the space between your toes. Bring your awareness to your ankles and your lower legs, maybe where your calves are touching the ground or the fabric of your clothing on the front of the shins. Become aware of your knees and your upper thighs, the back of your thighs. Bring awareness to your hips, your glutes on the back, your hips on the outer edges, and your pelvis in the front. Feel the weight of this part of your body. Breathe some extra space in here for your day. Noticing anything in this lower part of the body that will help you treat your body better today. Be more aware of what's going on and how you're feeling. Bring your awareness to the softness of your belly and your lower back, your solar plexus and mid-back. Feeling your breath beginning and ending here. Each inhale filling up and each exhale. Belly button moving back to spine. Become aware of your chest and your upper back, your shoulders and your shoulder blades pressed against the floor, and your collarbones expanding with each breath. And feel your fingers and your hands. Noticing your wrists and your lower arms. Bring awareness to your elbows and your upper arms. Being aware of your neck, the back, the sides, and the front. Allow for some softness here for you to express yourself authentically today. Become aware of the back of your head and the top of your head, your forehead, your eyes, your cheeks, your ears, your nose, your mouth, your jaw and your chin. And allow some softness come into this space, some opening. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Another big deep inhale and exhale. On an inhale, take your arms up over your head, stretch through your fingers, stretch through your toes. Be long and strong today. Exhaling, rolling over to your right side and making your way up to a seat. Bring your hands together at heart center, bowing softly to yourself. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me. May you have a wonderful, wonderful day.